We're not looking in the closet tonight. We're inviting the evil in right here in this box. Is a perfect recreation of terror. It's a moment of cinematic horror captured in plastic and paint by the incredible artists at NECA. Tonight, we unleash the shape, the ultimate Michael Myers from Halloween Kills is here, and he's waiting. This isn't just a toy. It's a collectible, a piece of art for those of us who appreciate the darker side of film. And unboxing it, that's a ritual. It deserves to be savored. Every sound, every texture. So let's begin. Let's find out what horrors are awaiting for us inside this beautiful collector-friendly window box. Let's listen closely. The night he came home again. Just listen to that. The sound of the box itself. It has real weight to it. A presence. I'm just running my fingertips over the front, over this incredible artwork of the half-burnt mask. It's a slightly matte finish, but the title, Halloween Kills, has a subtle ring to it. NECA just knows what they're doing. They know that for a collector, the experience starts long before the figure is out of its plastic prison. It starts right here. The moment of anticipation. This is a tribute to one of the horror's most enduring icons, a character that stalked our nightmares for decades. And tonight, we're going to give him the welcome he deserves, slowly, meticulously. Let's see just how screen accurate this monster really is. So, NECA has absolutely killed it with the packaging. The signature Halloween Kills. And if you're a collector, you know this is a sign of quality and care. It's designed for us, for the people who love art as much as the figure. The front of the box is just dominated by the image from the film. The mask scarred and melted on one side. A direct result of the fire he survived at the end of the 2018 movie. The artists at NECA captured the intensity of that moment perfectly. You can almost feel the heat. See the embers glowing in the darkness of the mask. The way the light is rendered, catching all contours of the damage. It's just phenomenal. It's not just a picture of the character, it's a whole mood. It sets stage for everything. As I slowly turn the box, I notice the side of the tabletop. A soft, deep scratch. The sides are simple and clean. Just a Halloween Kills logo again. A stark white against the oppressive black background. It's elegant in its brutality. It doesn't need to be loud or flashy. The name itself carries all the weight. On top we have the same artwork and title, along with the warning. Evil dies tonight. This is not a child's plaything. This is a miniature monster. Now the bag. This is where the promises are made. It's a showcase. A gallery of action shots. Professional photos of the figurine in various menacing poses. It's a preview of the horrors we're about to unleash. You can see him holding the Halligan bar. That brutal tool he took from that firefighter. You can see him with the bloody chef's knife, a staple of his gruesome work. The photography is so dynamic, lit with deep shadows and harsh highlights. Just like the movie itself, it reads Halloween Kills. The thrilling sequel to the 2018's hit Halloween movie. The screen-accurate Michael Myers action figure stands in 7-inch scale and comes with knives, bat, bulb, skull, and mask. The Halligan bar and the interchangeable heads and hands. He'll need it all, with the Strode woman set out to end his evil reign of terror. It's a perfect summary, a little block of text that gets you hyped. It also lists the creators, the sculptors, and the painters, and the talented people at NECA who brought this to life. Giving credit where credit is due is always a touch of class. The best part of this ultimate box, in my opinion, is the opening front flap. It's held shut by two small circular pieces of Velcro. Just listen to that sound. so satisfying. Opening this flap feels like opening a forbidden book. And inside there he is. On the right, a large clear window showing the figure in his plastic prison, surrounded by his arsenal. And on the left, another stunning full-color photo of Michael standing among his victims, most likely. It's absolutely horrifying, but also breathtaking presentation. You could display this on a shelf just like this, and it would be a wonderful centerpiece. This window gives us our first real unfiltered look at the figure. He held in place by molded plastic where accessories are nestled in its own little compartments. It's organized, clean, and beautiful in his own little terrifying way. You can see the alternate head, the extra hands. Oh, look at the gleaming blades. A whole movie's worth of mayhem laid out right before us. We're given the vessel its due respect. Now it's time to break the seal. Tape. Well, this is the final barrier. I have a scissor here. Let's see if this can help as I unbox this. Perfect. A clean cut. The seals are broken. The way is open. Now let's slide the inner tray out of the box. I'm gonna do this slowly. I'm gonna do this slowly to really capture the sounds. Let's listen to the plastic tray sliding against smooth cardboard. There it is. Michael is looking right at us through this plastic cover. This cover is what protects him from scuffs and dust. Peeling him off is going to be one of the most satisfying parts of any unboxing. Alright, here he is. The ultimate Michael Myers from Halloween Kills. Amazing. Standing him here. Wow, first impressions is just wow. The detail packed into this 7-inch figure is just phenomenal. He stands a little over 7 feet tall, maybe closer to 7.5, which gives him the appropriately tall and imposing stature. This isn't just a figure, it's a statement piece for any horror collection. comes right out of the box, his primary mask from Halloween Kills. On the left side is a mess of charred, melted chaos from being trapped in Laurie Strode's burning house. The texture here is unbelievable. It's not just like black paint, it's sculpted to look like bubbled, warped latex. It has a wet, glossy finish to it, making it look freshly and horribly burned. It's gruesome. Perfect. The rest of the mask has that classic age-off white look, with cracks and grime sculpted and painted into every single crevice. But the eyes, wow, a very specific choice here. Through the right eye hole, you can actually see his human eye, painted with incredible precision. But the left eye on the damaged side is painted a milky blend white, showing the injury got from the last film. It's incredibly creepy. It gives him that focal point, a hint of a man inside the monster, which also makes it more terrifying in my opinion. The sculpt hair is dark and matted, looking exactly as it should. Now let's check out the alternative head. Let's see. Wow. The neck peg is a standard ball joint, so it allows for a great range of motion. Now let's pop the second head on. So I just placed the alternative head and it was quite difficult, but we got it. Popping them off, it required a firm and steady pull, and I didn't want to make such a loud noise, but we got it. But I also realized he can move, and it's so scary. The alternate head is similar in terms of the burn damage and the overall sculpt bit, with the key difference in his eyes. On this head, the eye holes are completely blackened. They're blackened out. This gives Michael that classic soulless shape look, in my opinion, where you can't see any humanity at all, just an endless dark void. It's a fantastic option to have, since collectors are often split on whether they prefer to see eyes or not. Personally, I think I prefer the blackout eyes. It feels more mysterious, more inhuman. What do you guys think? Which head sculpt is your favorite? Let me know in the comments. The fact that they included both shows a deep understanding of the fan base, and what we have here is a look and definitive figure. Moving down to the body, the jumpsuit. The jumpsuit is a masterpiece of sculpting. Even though the figure is plastic, the texture is molded and painted to look like it's exactly worn. Heavy-duty coveralls. You can see the seams. It's amazing. It doesn't look like it's plastic, it looks cloth. The color is dark navy blue, but it's covered in a complex wash of dirt, grime, and what looks like ash, especially on the shoulders and the chest area. There's also what seems to look like, is it bullet holes? That's amazing. But the most striking is his left hand, and his damaged right hand, actually. Wow. That's some detail. It's not just like a red paint. It's deep, it's dark, it's clotted red with a gloss finish. So it looks perpetually wet and fresh. Even his fingernails, on the other hand, are amazing. Wow, look at that. Look at that level tiny of detail. Let me see if I can get up close here. That's staggering. Now for articulation. NECA figures are often praised more for their sculpts than their articulation. And that's true here. Wow. He has everything he needs. The head on the bullet joint. And amazingly, I found out he can look up and down, which is so menacing. His arms are also point joint on the shoulders. And they do that classic Michael Myers head tilt. So freaky. The wrists are on a hinge and swivel. There's an ab crunch here, I believe, and in the torso, but a little restricted by the rubbery jumpsuit overlay here. They can move forward and backward. Yep. And it's like a high thigh swivel. The knees are single jointed, and the ankles have a hinge. Let's see. Yep. That's cool. Look at that. You're not gonna get anything acrobatic Spider-Man poses. But you can absolutely get him into every single classic menacing Michael Myers stance you can think of. He can walk, he can stalk, he can just stand there, be terrifying for a character like Michael. That's all you really need. Now let's look at the accessories a little bit closer, because the ultimate name means he comes loaded, and they packed a lineup of tools. First, let's look at the classic knives. The blade has a nice metallic silver paint job. The other is the same knife, but absolutely drenched in blood. The blood is fantastic. What do you guys think? Wow. It has like a nice glossy wet look. It's not just splattered. It's smeared and dripping. A gruesome but essential accessory. And now we have the baseball bat. A small but effective weapon. The sculpt has a very convincing wood grain texture and it's painted light brown with a darker wash to bring out the details. It looks like a real worn wooden bat, just miniaturized. Then we have the halogen bar. This one is a more unique weapon he uses. The tool he takes from one of the firefighters. It's sculpted beautifully with the pry end and a dazed, perfectly recreated. You see the scuffs, the wear marks, and a nasty little vicious piece of blood that the fans of the movie instantly will recognize. And now for the most interesting accessory, the skull mask. This is direct call an Easter egg to Halloween 3 Season of the Witch and Halloween Kills. Michael takes this mask from one of the victims. The detail is incredible. My goodness. The best part, wow, that blood splatter is like amazing. You can see the small, overshaped, like greenish texture. Wow. They did such a good job with this mask here. Novelties. Wow, it's such a great this is such a great novelty. It's absolutely top tier detail. It's a love letter to the entire franchise. What's more is there's a small, like that small pinched part of the top of the mask, allowing Michael's bandaged two-finger hand to actually grip and hold it into that screen accurate way. That's just genius. Finally, let's look at the interchangeable hands. I know they're a bit tiny. Wow. The two-fingered hand to actually grip onto something like one of these items here. It's amazing. I like how there's like these bandages to get like that screen accurate way. That's just genius. Wow. So after unboxing, examining, and really appreciating every single piece of this figure, what's the final verdict, guys? The ultimate Michael Myers from Halloween Kills is without a doubt, in my opinion, a must-have for any horror collector or fan of the Halloween franchise. The level of screen accuracy and the detail they have achieved here, it's just incredible. From the horrific burn damage on the mask to the subtle weathering on his jumpsuit, every inch of this figure tells the story of the film. While the articulation isn't the most extreme you'll find, it's more than enough of the characters like Michael Myers, letting you hit all of his signature menacing poses. But the real star, besides the figure itself, is the sheer number of high-quality film-specific accessories, the knives, the bat, the bar, especially that brilliant executed skull mask. They all elevate this form, a simple figure, to a complete deluxe collector's package. They really went above and beyond, giving fans two distinct head sculpts to choose from and packaging an arsenal that allows for endless display possibilities. This is quite possibly one of the best Michael Myers figures ever produced. It's dark, brutal, and beautifully crafted. That perfectly captures the unstoppable evil of the shape. If you're a fan, this is the one to get. It's amazing representation of the character from one of the most beautiful cinematic outings. Now I have a question for you all. With all these incredible gruesome accessories, which one should I pose with him for his permanent spot on my shelf? The classic bloody knife, the bar, or should I have him holding that amazing Season of the Witch skull mask? Let me know your choice in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think is the most terrifying look for him. And if you enjoyed this deep dive in the world of horror collectibles, and if you love the relaxing, crisp sounds of ASMR unboxing, please consider giving this video a like. For more horror figure reviews, unboxings, and looks into things that go bump in the night, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Thank you for joining me in this dark tonight. Now I have to find a very secure place to put this guy.